I'm with my lovely client, Julie Pelych, who is CEO of Ella Forums. Julie, would you be okay to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So, as you said, I'm the CEO of Ella Forums. We're an organisation that supports the leaders of charities in the UK.
Awesome, thanks so much. So, Julie, do you want to talk about how we started working together?
Sure. So, Ella's been 7 years. That's how long we've been in existence. And our logo and our branding was very corporate. So when I took over as a CEO in October, I really wanted someone to come along and just really understand what we were about and want to be about and completely change it. And that's what you did, Laura. And I
Oh,
think the thing that was you were so easy to work with. I think that was one of the joys. You really got us, which is not an easy organisation to understand because we support leaders of charities, but we're not a leadership development organisation. And so it's quite complex. But you really got that very quickly, and you got an organisation that sometimes can take a long time to make decisions to really quickly come together and actually all agree and be happy with the rebranding that we've got.
thank you so much, Julie. That means so much. I've really enjoyed working with you guys. I found that everyone has been really responsive, actually. So you guys made it easy for me. I really admire all of you. What were your major fears coming into finding someone to rebrand?
Well, actually, we did have actually quite a lot of fears. One of them was that the person wouldn't understand, or the organisation we were using wouldn't understand what we were, and that they would take a long time to want to understand that. They would also maybe come up with something or to sort of force something upon us which didn't feel right for us.
I totally understand that. It's really hard when you feel like someone doesn't understand you or isn't listening because I've always thought of myself as more of a hairdresser versus a prescription doctor, which I think is why we got along so well because my approach definitely fits what you were looking for. So in terms of my process and our communication, how did you find that? How did you find the process overall?
Well, actually, found the process to be exceedingly good, far easier than I ever thought possible. I mean, I have gone through rebranding exercises in previous organisations that I've worked with, and it's been horrendous. Whereas working with you was a joy. Just everything from your communication style, your reliability. The thing that I think really stood out to me was I was so impressed by the way that you handled the meetings we had, where you had different points of view, people that want to say a lot, other people that didn't say anything. You were so skillful in the way that you managed that meeting to get an amazing outcome.
Oh, thank you, Julie. That's so kind. And so with your new brand, which
Can I add
sounds so
something
exciting.
else? Can I add something else as
Yeah, of
well?
course.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
think the other thing as well was that your process, you had a brilliant process, and I think we all feared that it will be very time consuming having to have meetings and talk about what we wanted, etc. But the way that you did it made it fun, but also it was so efficient. It was amazing.
Thank you so much. And for those of you watching, basically what I do is I send out quizzes, surveys practically before the meeting, so that way most of the hard work and the thinking and the feedback is done before the meeting. And then the meeting, we flesh out the little details. Julie, that means so much to me that you love the process because I loved speaking with all of you in the meetings and I felt like they were really productive meetings and everyone was super, super invested by the time they got into those chat rooms. So with your new branding, what are you most excited about and how do you feel like this has transformed Ella?
I'm most excited about the fact that I feel proud of it now, and I think we all do, the board and all of our organisation. Whereas before, I was slightly embarrassed about it, so I'm just like delighted to show people, what our logo looks like. We are in the process of updating our website now, and when that is done, I'll be so excited to actually launch that out into the world.
Well, you guys should be proud of the branding. You guys put in as much work into it as I did. It was a definitely collaborative process, and yeah, I just loved working with all of you. So thank you so much.
Very welcome. It was collaborative, Laura, but we would not have got to do it without you. We really wouldn't. And I think I really want to thank you because you did achieve something that I didn't think was possible and in such a short time scale, because we were like, we really want to get this done by the end of the year. So, yeah, so thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to work with you.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.